We have an exceptional lineup. And who else better to open the conference than the Prime Minister of Latvia, Evika Siliņa. The floor is yours.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, after such a nice music, we need to a little bit boost ourselves up. So it's morning and we're ready to work. Colleagues and friends, it's really a pleasure today to join you at the annual Baltic Capital Markets Conference, and I'm happy to see many familiar faces as well in the crowd. But our Lithuanian and Estonian friends, you are as well very, very welcome here today. Investors are here, bankers, advisors, regulators, as well as policy makers, because we are all part of shaping the future of Baltic capital markets. Across Europe, we all know the challenge. We have large savings, but too much of this money sits in bank accounts or in products that earn very little. These savings, we all know, need to work harder for Europe, for our competitiveness, innovation, defense, for green transitions, and as well for the fast-moving AI revolution that is transforming our economies. I have strongly supported the idea of truly unified European capital market, and we need that to change in Europe very quickly by having our European leaders' decision. And I'm very looking forward to that decision. Because today, financing options for European companies are still too limited. Venture capital volumes in the United States, what was mentioned already before, are 10 times higher than a share of GDP in Europe. These gaps holds back innovation, limits growth, and puts Europe at a disadvantage. Europe's fragmented capital markets are a real risk, and unfortunately, we can all say we are all falling behind because of that. What to do? And what to do in Baltics? Because, for example, Latvian households keep around 12 billion euros in bank accounts. This shows trust from one side, but also a lot of unused potential. More of these funds should flow into productive investments, equities, corporate bonds, and funds that support companies and long-term growth. There also are good news, and you will probably discuss it today. The Baltic corporate bond market is growing, and 2025 is the strongest year ever, with almost 1.6 billion euros issued by the end of October, nearly double the previous year. So probably the conference has done something really good job. And all three Baltic countries are part of this progress. And Latvia's savings bonds have also become popular among households, but we still have work to do, especially in developing our equity market. Latvia's stock market capitalization still remains low and limits the growth of our companies. So what should we do? I see as one important step is the partial listing of state-owned companies. This is not only about raising money, it improves transparency, governance, and competitiveness, and it also gives our people more investment opportunities. We spoke before a little with finance ministers of 3 Baltic states, and we all know this is our budget time. And what we really need is more investment opportunities for our companies, for our economies. A recent Norstat survey shows that 62% of people in Latvia support this idea of listing state-owned companies. I believe we must move forward and include state-owned listings in our long-term growth strategy. For many years, our region has relied mainly on bank lending, and we all know that banks will always be important, but capital markets must grow alongside them. Ambitious companies should consider all options: bonds, equity, investors, or even IPOs. Only by working together we can close the gap with more developed markets and build a strong investment environment in the Baltics. As a government, our role is to ensure predictable policies, clear rules, and a business climate that supports innovation and long-term investment. That includes supporting AI adoption, AI-driven business models, and digital finance tools that will define the next decade of growth. Capital markets will be essential for funding this transformation, from deep tech to data infrastructure, from cybersecurity to new AI startups. If we want the Baltics to stay competitive, we must make sure our companies are keeping up with AI era. They must help shape it. Capital markets are essential for giving them the scale to do it. So therefore, I hope today you will have a lot of good new ideas, and out of this conference we will come with consistent confirmation that we need united European capital market as well. And therefore I wish you all a productive conference and many good ideas that will strengthen our Baltic and European capital markets and as well our companies and our economies. Thank you.